Howdy.
Dave Ryan, Mark Robinson, Link to the Cast.
How's it going?
From linktothecast.wordpress.com. And we're going to do a new playthrough that isn't Pokemon for once.
Yeah.
We're going to do some Heavy Rain. Now, Mark, your experience, or lack thereof, or your whatever interaction you've had to this point with Quantic Dream's Heavy Rain.
I played the demo of this when it first came out on the PS3 many, many moons ago. And I simply had trouble climbing a hill because the mechanics of this game are they're a hot, piping, steaming pile of garbage, but by design.
Mm.
And I was like, fair play, David Cage, fair play. But at the same time, I'm grand, thanks. So this is the kind of game where I'm really intrigued by it, but I definitely have no desire to play it.
You would prefer to do it like this, where I'm playing and you're watching.
I am more than happy to watch you play through this.
Okay.
Because it is a narrative-driven game anyway.
Yeah, so it plays better.
So I get the full,
easier to watch.
I get the full experience of this game without having to deal with the asinine controls.
Yeah, and so do you watching at home.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that has to put up with it. And I think you'll see very quickly during this opening what we mean by the strange controls.
Uh-huh. So I am David Cage, and
I was going to say, Mark, for those unfamiliar with the work of one David Cage, how did you describe him? And his work, the work of Quantic Dream.
I mean, he's a madman.
Yeah.
He approaches games from a very different perspective, you know? Mm-hmm. Very much like your Hideo Kojimas of the world.
He's an auteur.
Yeah, but like as much as I bang on about Kojima and the way he puts games together and the way they're sometimes designed, at the heart of it, I do still feel like I'm playing a video game.
Mm-hmm.
There are times where I have not so much played Quantum Dream games, but experienced them in some capacity, and I don't really feel like I'm playing a video game. I feel like I'm playing an interactive experience. I feel like I'm playing something off of the fucking Philips CDI.
Yeah.
Or CDO. Can't remember which one it's called.
CDO, was it?
Yeah, CDO. And that's
CDI.
Not an experience I want to be
called.
having.
Google that in a minute.
Yeah. But that's not the kind of experience I want to be having.
Yeah. It's, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's an interactive experience. That's what I compare David Cage's games to. It's just an interactive movie.
Yep.
A real long one.
Uh-huh.
So, that's what you're in for here. It's going to be a lot about narrative. There are some very silly things that happen, because there are very silly things that happen in all of David Cage's games. So, hopefully you guys, as long as we're not bored of it, are going to join us on this crazy journey.
Oh no, you can listen to what they think.
I better take a shower and get dressed before I go downstairs.
Yes, sir.
Now, it should be said, like, I know that this game is, well, it's a Quantum Dreams game, so I know it's insane. But I don't know a lot about it, other than there's a serial killer.
Yeah. One thing that I don't know if I like it or not about the PS3 version of this game. Now, I bought this digitally. I don't even know if there is a physical version of the PS4 port being released. Because it got released today in conjunction with Beyond Two Souls, which everything I've heard about that game is that it's hot garbage.
I do enjoy the fact that you kind of was thinking about this, and I went, yeah, I think you should get this, and then you bought it.
Yeah.
You didn't even think about, like, questioning...
Well, I had been thinking about it for a while, to be honest with you, since I saw this come up for pre-order in the store, because I did quite enjoy this game, and I never finished it.
Why did you not finish it? 'Cause
something came out at the time. This game came out. Give me the year, and I'll be able to tell you either what came out or what I was doing at the time that give me a reason for not finishing it.
2010.
2010. I was doing a master's. That would be why.
Fair play.
I didn't finish a lot of games back then.
Fair play. Well, we must have graduated the same year then.
Yeah.
And what different paths our lives have gone down.
Oh, I gotta move slowly. Wow, this is like... This is, I think, Brian has talked on the show before about how much he doesn't like this game. He played it for like an hour. I think he only played this part of the game. But it's the idea that, like, you have to do these actions.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't have to do this. I just picked up the razor to interact with it. Just to show you that, like, just to show people at home, like, there are mechanics like this that are fucking really strange. I'm going to try and go towards the one now that broke Brian. This is for some reason, right? So it must only be about 10 or 15 minutes he's played at most.
Yeah.
Then. This killed him. This killed him. Now this is difficult because we got headphone jacks in the DualShock.
I immediately regret this decision.
Yeah, I've never exerted more effort brushing my teeth. Yeah. I think it's safe to say from here on out, unless I think it's actually going to do something or provoke like a cutscene or something, I'm just not gonna.
That's very admirable of you.
Oh, kit's off.
Hey, hey! We're gonna see some arse. Oh, look at that arse.
So that's why we need Brian here. He's the one that's the video game ass expert.
Yeah.
After his Until Dawn talk.
I am David Cage, and I need the more ass in my games.
This game is kind of like... this part, I remember being the most tedious, by far. Because what it's doing is, it's finding very boring, rudimentary things to do around the house to teach you what the different...
Yeah, which, to be fair, I'm fine with.
Yeah, like, once you get... unless my memory has dulled somewhat in the 6 years, which is entirely possible... I don't remember anything after the house being this tedious.
I must say as well, I much prefer the way they hide the penis in DMC Devil May Cry.
With, like, pizza.
That was a fucking incredible opening to a game.
I still haven't gotten... I played, like, 2 or 3 hours of that DMC game.
I mean, once we're done with Heavy Rain, I will stream and play DMC.
That's fine, I'll sit in the back.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't... Ah, shit. I wasn't having a particularly great time with it, because, and I am a big fan of the old ones.
Shall I kind of let you know, like, how much of a great time I was having with that?
Yeah, I know, you told me about it. It's because of you that I bought it.
Oh, really?
So I blame you entirely.
I don't feel bad about that at all. In fact, I feel bad for you.
I'm not saying it's bad. And
the
the thing is, like, I do feel bad because, like, I know it's the campiest shit in the world, but I really like the really silly lore of those games.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I remember, I think one of my defining moments in, like, that is so badass in video games was the moment in the first one where he gets pinned to the ground by a sword and proceeds to, like, get up through the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it a playable demo on the Code Veronica X DVD?
Not DMC Devil May Cry, obviously.
No, the original, like, Devil May Cry 1 on PS2.
Maybe? I'd never played Code Veronica.
I think it was. Because I remember thinking that might have been something that might persuade me to get Code Veronica X, but I just waited and got Devil May Cry a while after it came out, actually.
Yeah. Now, who does... do you have any idea who does the facial cut? Does the facial capture for this? Because he looks like your man from the X-Files.
Who? Duchovny?
Yeah.
Well, it's not Duchovny, anyway.
Well, it looks like him. Well, it did.
There's a passing resemblance, maybe.
It looks less now he's all dressed up to the nines.
Also, he looks like David Duchovny when he's in the nip.
Yeah.
Says a lot about you.
He was a good-looking man.
Well, look, he is. Have you seen Californication?
You're damn right. Don't question me and my taste in men, thank you very much.
Oh, sorry, I was more questioning on you and having ever watched TV, which I think is very valid. Have a look at the IMDb, the cast list for
I will do.
Heavy Rain, because I'd be interested now. Because I think this was still in the era before Quantic Dream started getting actual actors. I think Beyond Two Souls was the first, like, oh, they've got, like, Willem Dafoe and Ellen Page in here.
Let's have a look.
I am an architect, aren't I, my character?
IMDb. Heavy Rain. Got a nose on it. Directed by David Cage, written by David Cage. Well, I don't know any of these people. Sam Douglas, Pascal Langdale,
No, it's a great name though.
Jackie Ainsley, Judy Beach. No, I don't know any of these people.
It's got to be said. One thing I will say for all of the Quantic Dream games is they're, for the time they're made in, at least, they're very, very good-looking games. I remember when I got Heavy Rain in 2010 being absolutely blown away by how it looked.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we've got a bit of a higher standard now in the PS4, Xbox One era, but still doesn't look half bad.
Well, because I was watching some quick plays on it, and like the original Heavy Rain is a very, very good looking game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even now, I imagine you could go back to the PS3 version, and it still holds
Quite
up.
remarkable.
Yeah. So, I mean, to a certain degree, it does question why they needed to
Port
air
it.
quote port, remaster, whatever the fuck you want to call
I'd say
this.
there's a few million reasons why.
But with that said, is this a game that people are kind of clamoring for a port to the PS4?
No, like I wasn't.
Or is it one of those things that you don't know you need it until it's given to you?
Yeah, it's like I was quite happy to see it go up again because I've unfinished business with the game. I don't know if I necessarily would have felt the same if I'd beaten it,
Yeah.
but I'm certainly happy it's here to get another chance to have a go at it again and to have a podcast, a website, and a YouTube channel where I can give myself the excuse to go through it again. Because that was my justification to you today. Is you said you should buy it, and I was like, well, are you saying that we absolutely have to for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a lot of orange juice.
I can see how very early on people that have come into this not knowing what this is.
Yeah, would start to get very annoyed. I think really for me, the only thing that's stopping me from getting annoyed is that because I've been through it before.
Yeah.
But, and I will say, going forward, I have gone through it before, but I've forgotten almost everything about this game. So a lot of this stuff is going to feel fresh to me when the story stuff happens. I know the basics of the start of this game. And I used to know, because I went and looked it up when I didn't have time to play it anymore. I went and looked up who the killer was, and I've forgotten who the killer is. Which I'm happy about, not knowing anymore.
Even though you have now technically ruined it for yourself.
Well, I still can't remember now still. Yeah, I ruined it.
Oh, okay,
I ruined
right.
it before, but I've forgotten it.
Oh,
That's what I'm
excellent.
saying.
Now, that doesn't strike me as... that doesn't give me hope.
Well, it was 6 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and I had a little bit on my plate.
By a little bit on your plate, you mean scotch.
Yeah. I can't remember how I felt about it either. I can't remember whether I thought it was cool or I thought it was...
Again,
Stupid.
Scotch.
Yeah. Look at me playing with plastic swords, man. I'm as cool as shit.
Hey, take it easy. You're gonna knock me over. So this is your big day, huh?
Am I grown up now?
He's got that dead behind the eyes look going on there.
Oh, I know. Is it the wife is an architect and I'm a cop?
And I think you're gonna have to wait a little while for that.
Or am I an architect?